The most disorienting denial is often delivered in the calmest voice. The useful test is not who sounds more certain. It is whether the record, sequence, and repeated aftermath support the same version. You remember a clear comment or agreement. They deny it calmly, question why you are so emotional, and soon your memory is the only thing being examined. Memory is imperfect, so one disagreement is not proof of manipulation. The concern is a repeated sequence where uncertainty always bends toward one version and the record itself becomes the offense. Psychologically, a composed delivery can feel like evidence when your nervous system is already searching for the fastest way out of conflict. Composure can influence the room, but it cannot function as a timestamp or message history. Maybe a message was sent, then deleted, and the conversation shifts from what it said to why you keep bringing up the past. Maybe an agreement changes after the fact, and their calm confidence makes your written note feel strangely less trustworthy. Watch the topic shift. The original comment or agreement disappears, and the conversation becomes about why you saved the message, why you are emotional, or why remembering it proves you cannot let go. A grounded response is, "We remember this differently. I am going to pause and check the record before continuing." Then use the pause, write, verify method. Record the plain sequence, check dates or messages, and ask one thoughtful outside person who can tolerate uncertainty rather than automatically taking a side. Confidence is not evidence. Neither is emotion. The safest conclusion is the one that can remain open to correction while still protecting the facts that need checking. Do not let confidence decide the facts before you have checked the sequence. Memory is imperfect, which is exactly why the pattern must be judged carefully. Two people can remember a moment differently without either person manipulating the other. The concern is repetition, direction, and who always benefits when the facts become foggy. Calm certainty is persuasive because people often confuse composure with accuracy. A steady voice can be sincere and still be wrong. Tone is information about tone. It is not a timestamp, message log, or independent witness. A common shift happens when the record appears. Instead of discussing the message or agreement, the conversation moves to why you saved it, why you are keeping score, or why you cannot let things go. The evidence becomes the offense. Use neutral notes. Record dates, exact phrases when you can, what was agreed and what happened next. Avoid dramatic conclusions. A plain sequence is more useful than a page of labels written while activated. Outside perspective should be chosen carefully. Ask someone grounded who can tolerate nuance, not someone who automatically confirms every fear. The goal is reality checking, not building a cheering section. You can pause without surrendering your version. Say that you remember it differently, step away, and verify what can be verified. A pressure pattern often depends on forcing a conclusion before your nervous system settles. Notice the aftermath. Do you leave ordinary disagreements able to compare evidence, or do you leave apologizing for having a memory at all? That emotional ending can reveal what the conversation is training. If a written agreement is repeatedly rewritten, confirm future decisions in a short follow-up. This is what I understood we agreed to. Please correct anything that is inaccurate. Clarity becomes a shared object instead of a private contest. Do not diagnose from one forgotten detail. Look for the repeated shape: denial, certainty, topic shift, character attack, and pressure to abandon the record. Patterns protect judgment better than labels. The goal is not perfect recall. The goal is keeping uncertainty honest. Healthy uncertainty invites checking. Manipulative uncertainty is used selectively until only one person's version is allowed to count. Pay attention to asymmetry. Are both memories allowed to be imperfect, or is only yours treated as unreliable? Does their version change without consequence while every small inconsistency in yours becomes proof that nothing you remember can be trusted? Emotion does not automatically invalidate memory. You may be upset because the event matters, A calm person may be calm because they feel secure, detached, rehearsed, or simply different under stress. Neither tone settles the facts. Ask one question at a time. What was agreed? When did it change? Where was the change communicated? A long defense creates more side roads. A short factual question makes the missing answer easier to see. If there is no record, you can still track consistency. Write both versions down and revisit them after the conversation. Repeated changes become easier to notice when they are not being held inside an activated mind. Be careful with forced certainty. You do not need to insist that every detail is perfect. I may not remember every word, but I remember the agreement and the effect. That leaves room for honesty without erasing the core event. A repair-oriented person can tolerate that sentence. They can compare memories, own uncertainty, and decide what should happen next. A destabilizing pattern needs your uncertainty to become surrender. If the issue affects safety, finances, employment, health, or legal rights, use appropriate written records and qualified support. Verification is not obsession when accuracy has real consequences. Your memory does not have to win a courtroom inside every conversation. It only needs enough protection that calm denial cannot rush you into abandoning what you still need to check. After you verify what you can, decide what the uncertainty changes. Maybe the detail remains unclear, but the repeated pressure, deleted messages, or rewritten agreements still justify a slower and more documented approach. Trust can survive honest correction. Someone can say, "I remembered that wrong," or "I should not have been so certain." The ability to revise a version is often a stronger sign of safety than sounding flawless from the start. Keep the purpose of the record clear. It is there to support your next responsible choice, not to replay every conversation forever. Once the decision is made, let the notes reduce confusion instead of becoming another loop. Use a source hierarchy first. A dated message usually carries more weight than either person's reconstructed wording. A calendar entry may confirm timing. A neutral witness may clarify sequence. None is perfect, but each is stronger than confidence alone. Deleted evidence does not prove motive, but it changes what can be checked. Note that the message existed, what you remember, and what remains uncertain. Honest uncertainty is safer than replacing a missing record with either person's absolute certainty. Separate the core event from exact wording. You may not remember every sentence and still remember that a promise was made, money changed hands, or a limit was crossed. Leaving room around details does not require abandoning the central fact. A useful note has 4 lines: what happened, what each person says happened, what evidence exists, and what decision must be made now. That structure prevents the record from turning into a long, emotional argument with yourself. Watch what happens when you correct a small detail in your own account. A safe conversation can use that correction without declaring your entire memory worthless. A destabilizing conversation treats one imperfect word as permission to erase everything else. The direction of every correction matters. If uncertainty is shared, both versions should face questions. If only your account is interrogated while the other version changes freely, the process is not functioning like a mutual search for accuracy. Sometimes the outcome matters even when the wording cannot be settled. If agreements are repeatedly unclear, confirm them in writing. If conversations repeatedly leave you disoriented, shorten them and return later. Protection does not require a perfect verdict. For finances, employment, health, housing, or legal rights, move away from memory contests quickly. Preserve documents and use qualified support. The more serious the consequence, the less appropriate it is to let tone decide the record. Verification needs an ending. Choose what evidence is reasonably available, make the next responsible decision, and stop reopening the same file unless new information appears. Grounding should reduce rumination, not give it a more official format. Choose outside perspective for judgment, not loyalty. The best person can say where your memory seems strong, where it is uncertain, and what action is prudent either way. Automatic agreement creates a different kind of distortion. Repair sounds specific. I denied that too confidently. I checked the message and you were right about the agreement. Or we still remember it differently, so let us write down the new decision. Clarity replaces the contest. A repeated memory doubt loop can make you preemptively distrust yourself. Counter that habit with ordinary records, not dramatic surveillance. A short note after important conversations is often enough to give tomorrow's mind a stable reference point. The goal is not perfect recall or a courtroom inside every conversation. It is enough protection for your judgment that calm denial cannot rush you into abandoning what you still need to verify. Save this for the next confusing conversation and subscribe if you want these patterns easier to name.